Hi everybody, Andrew Darbyshire here. My presentation will inspire you and your team to greatness. It has a lot of emotion in it, some humour and a lot of interesting stories, so you learn a lot along the way. I never thought as a kid growing up in Melbourne who left school at 15 that I would meet a President of the United States, dine with Prime Ministers and mix with other interesting famous people, build a hugely successful international business and become a sought-after professional speaker, and author of the book Think Big, Live Large, which proves that you don't have to be extraordinary to have an extraordinary life. I relate the story of Caitlin, my first daughter. I don't want to go into it here because you will hear me speak about it, hopefully. But losing a child teaches you many things about life, the importance of purpose in your life and aligning your goals with your purpose. In my presentation, I share my story of business triumphs, adversities, and how I took a fledgling startup to become a world leader in retail software systems with offices throughout Australia and the United States. The lessons I've learned along the way about people, money, winning and losing, and the upside of failure. I will show you how to develop a clear purpose in your life and your work. When you know the why, the how follows naturally. I was an E student, and that wasn't for excellence, it was E as being the bottom of the scale. And I had a passion for electronics, radio and electronics. And to quote one of my last school reports, although Andrew has an ability, he has an overrated opinion of this ability. He must learn not blindly thinking he can conquer or will not get him by. And I was a bit ambivalent about it. I went over there and met with the company, which was in Silicon Valley. So off I went and I lived in America for a year, and I came back and fulfilled my obligations and worked setting up the FM stations. And then I moved out of that into engineering, scientific engineering, and was involved in the FA-18 fighter project. So I'd gone from one partnership into another with Con. And it happened to be Con and his accountant. And I was smart. I thought I'd worked it out by this stage. I said, well, your accountant can have 24%, you can have 25%, but I'm going to have 51% this time. I'm going to be in control. So things were going along swimmingly well until I found, here we are selling accounting systems, and Tony, the accountant's doing the bookwork in pencil. The moral of the story is, partners are for dancing. Why do we go into partnership with people? There are three reasons why we go into partnership with people. The first one is money. Well, equity is the most expensive form of funding you can ever do because you can never get it back. The second reason is knowledge. You can hire knowledge. But the third and most profound reason is self-esteem. How do you get in touch with your purpose? How do you get in touch with your business's purpose? One of the things that I've found out is some of the most successful companies in the world are purpose-driven. The days of vision and mission and all that stuff have gone. They're old hat, they're too complicated. People can't connect with it. Purpose is the most important thing for a business to be in touch with.
I've met Andrew before in other capacities, at the zoo, down at Caitlin's retreat, and he's always inspired me as a person of action, and someone who is really passionate about what they do.
Well, quite simply what we've heard today is somebody who gives rather than takes.
I just found it very inspiring, helpful to not give up, be persistent, and mainly to find your purpose.
Andrew gave us a very powerful message this morning about how important it is in life to have a purpose. We must always bear in mind that purpose because it's what gives us our energy and our passion and our momentum to continue even when times get tough.
Well, I thought what he said made a lot of common sense and certainly very inspirational, and certainly his business plan of going back to your purpose. If we know what we're there for, we can always refer back to that, and that can then give us a way forward. So I thought what he made a lot of sense and certainly overcome some adversity and challenges in his life. Fascinating.
No, Andrew was very inspiring today, and as a small business person, I did come away with some great tips.
Thanks, Andrew. That was a great speech. thought the crowd really enjoyed it. Caitlin, and your purpose is fantastic. It really gives other people inspiration, and it's hard for them to relate that to themselves, but when they do, I think they'll make a big difference. Keep going with what you're doing, and congratulations.
If you ever wanted your business to work for you rather than you for it, and to be able to easily communicate what is expected of your team, then book me for your next event and learn how to become equipped and empowered to make a real difference in your life and the lives of those you choose to serve.